Hey guys, so welcome to another video. Today we're at Fantasy Island in Skegness, Ingoldmells, Skegness, just to kind of film a end of season update. It's the last day of their 2025 season today, and I'm just kind of having a look around, speculating what's going to happen next year. We've just had a quick walk through the park and we're just at the back now where Magic there, plus Magic, now known as Time Machine, currently isn't here. It's back on the travelling circuit at the moment. It's appearing at Hyde Park Winter Wonderland this season, but it has just left this massive gap behind me, and back there used to be a big McDonald's building, and at the beginning of this season it did get knocked down, and there is space on there for a medium-sized coaster or a couple flat rides actually, and then obviously the space I'm standing right now for Magic. Time Machine, sorry. I'm so used to calling it Magic. But I'm just gonna kind of walk around park, get on a couple coasters because it's a very, very quiet day today, and just show you guys a few updates of the park just before it closes for 2025. So my speculation for this back area, I can see Time Machine returning for 2026. I'd love to see a medium-sized family coaster there. Hopefully something permanent, because it's been a while since they've had a permanent coaster at this park. 2002, when Odyssey was constructed, I think was the last time. But I could definitely see some form of flat ride going on this plot. A couple of years ago, they announced an attraction called Turbine. I think it was Turbulence, sorry. Just correcting myself there. And it was never constructed on site, so I'd love to see that, a thrill flat ride return to the park, because it's been a while since we've had a standout thrill attraction at this park. That's kind of my opinion, but from looking at the space, there's just so much space there to have a couple of rides, and I really do hope that for next season they really do utilise that space well. It'd look nicer, obviously, if the ground got sorted out as well, because you can still see like parts of the old McDonald's drive-through there. So yeah, I do generally think it would be really nice for this area to be utilised properly and just really expand the park. And like I said, it would be lovely to absolutely have some more thrilling flat rides at this park. It's a very cold day today and it's very quiet, so I'm just going to head on Volcano real quick. I've not been on this in a while. It's an S&S single shot tower, similar to that of Ice Blast or Launchpad as it's called now. And also Cliffhanger at Flamingo Land, so I'm going to go on and give that a ride. So I've just been on Volcano. It's not my favourite shot tower. We're just going to walk through the Fear Island zone for this year. Previous seasons it's kind of all been spaced out and around the park, whereas this year they've collated it all into one area, and it does look really good, so I'll also pop in some clips of that as well. I'm about to head on Odyssey now, because it is a monster of an SLC, so I'll make sure I pop some clips in. Okay, so I've just come off Odyssey, and I have to admit that was one of the worst rides I've ever had on that coaster. And I've been riding it for years because Fanstein isn't that too far from where I'm from anyway. And it was just running really, really poorly. I'd love to say that vest restraints would be the saviour for that coaster, but I think they will just hurt your neck even more than it hurts your head now. But you're probably wondering why I'm standing in front of some caravans. Well, about 4 weeks ago these weren't here, Starflyer was, but that got packed down and went over to Nottingham Goose Fair with Time Machine as well. Starflyer is back on site now, it is at the back of the car park, so I'll pop some clips in of that. But also Snowdrift, which was a new coaster for this year, a in-house built spinning coaster, is also no longer at the park. It opened for about, I want to say 3-4 weeks, I could be wrong, but it was a very short amount of time because it did have such a delayed opening. But it has been replaced with Midnight Express just for the last couple of weeks of the season for the Fear Island event. But that coaster now is at Hyde Park Winter Wonderland, being built up to be transformed into Ice Mountain. So what I'd like to see, obviously, next year, I'd love to see Ice Mountain return back to the park. When it was here, it was brilliant. So I'd love to see that return, and hopefully we do get that next year, because it was a standout coaster. It did draw guests in. I'm convinced that Starflyer will be making a return for 2026 as well. But I just will make sure that over winter I pop down a few times and just give a bit of an update on what's going on. But I'd love to see Ice Mountain return to the park, and I'd also love to see Starflyer return, because again it's that standout attraction that this park needs. Anyway, I'm going to head on Millennium. I absolutely adore this coaster, and we'll see how that's running. So we've just come off Millennium. It's an incredibly smooth coaster. I think my only complaint from that is the operations today. They are really dire. I think we waited about 5 minutes in the queue, which isn't bad at all. Then we were sat in the station on the car, locked in for about 5 minutes as well. Odyssey was crazy slow operations on there. I waited in the station for near 10 minutes and waited on the track in the car strapped in for 7, which is just crazy slow operations. We're just walking around at the moment. It is very, very quiet, the park. I'm just going to see if there's any kind of other updates, and if not, we're going to get off. But we've done all that we wanted to do really today. It's a quiet day, so it's easy to just get on and off rides and just enjoy them. So we've just come out the park. On our way out, we stumbled across Toucan Tours, which has had a Halloween overlay for obviously the October season. Went on that. It was obviously nothing scary, as it is more for the family. But it was very had lots of like theming in it for Halloween, lots of ghosts, and nothing too much, but stuff to kind of get the kids in the Halloween spirit. So that was really nice. We also stumbled across the archive room, so I'll pop some videos of that in after, because it was really interesting. It's nice when parks like to celebrate their history, and that's very much what they've done here. I'm currently just at the back of the park because I wanted to just get a closer look at Starflyer. That is literally just behind me, waiting for whatever's going to happen to it. I do hope that it returns to the park next year, as it really is that standout attraction, and you can see it from a while away as well, which is nice, and it does draw people in. Overall, we've had a great day. Very quiet, so managed to get on quite a few coasters, quite a few rides. Fantasy Island is a great seaside park. There is something for everybody. My only kind of downside to the park is there is certain areas which are now needing TLC again, but I know that Mellors will give that when that's needed. I also like to come to the back of the park because there's also you can kind of see into the maintenance bay, so I just wanted to see if there was anything, any new attractions or anything like that are hiding away, but unfortunately I didn't see anything. What they have got though is obviously Starfly behind me, and then their float from Skegness Carnival, a few coaster trains, a few bits from Ice Mountain. There's also something from Ice Mountain on that far end as well. So hopefully we see that return next year. But overall, we've had a great day. The inside of the pyramid is incredible. I wish they did do some kind of Christmas event and utilise the inside of the pyramid, because that would be brilliant. They don't have to have the massive attractions open like the coasters or anything outside, but they could really use that pyramid area for a Christmas event and Christmas markets and something like that. But I just wanted to come on, do a little vlog, only a small one, just give a few updates, few opinions, a few reviews on the coasters that I've done, how they're running. But now I'm going to say goodbye to Fantasy Island, head back home where it's nice and warm because it's really cold out tonight. I don't know if you can see my breath in this video, but it is freezing. I mean, it's been a great last day of the season. I really hope that Fantasy Island continue to grow strength to strength in coming years, because it is a great seaside resort, especially in summer when it's packed and the environment is just insane. And it's nice to see seaside park like Fantasy Island thriving. But I'm going to head off home now. If you did enjoy this small little video, please like, subscribe, and check out Instagram as well, because I do tend to post lots of little posts and mini reviews on there, essentially, so it'd be nice to see you guys over there. But thank you for watching. Only a small little video, thought I'd just pop on, just post a few updates, but I hope that you guys did enjoy. Thank you for watching. See you later.